Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great week and hope you get a chance to enjoy some of the weather, the good parts of the weather anyway. It's been interesting watching the conversations this week. There's been quite a lot of comment about the different ways of defining SoTL. And I thought I'd do a short video on that, and then I'll put up a second video on some of the other issues that have come up. I'm a little bit of a rebel, what a surprise, about how the field has been defining SoTL, because there's been this strong distinction made in a lot of the literature about how scholarly teaching, excellent teaching, is different from scholarly teaching, is different from the scholarship of teaching and learning. And it's usually presented, as you saw in the other video, as a continuum where scholarly teaching means drawing on the literature and using it in one's practice, and scholarship of means actually collecting empirical data, and usually is also defined to mean publishing it. And one of my concerns with this is not that that's necessarily a problem in itself, but that it has an impact in terms of who feels included and who feels excluded. And so if, as a field, we want more people to be curious about and inquire into their teaching and learning, I think we need to be aware of what Pat Hutchings and Mary Huber and others refer to as the big tent of SoTL, the notion that there's room for everybody in it. And I'm worried that defining things too tightly is exclusionary. I've sometimes thought of the analogy of watching a little kid trying to learn to walk, and when they first stand up, usually there's a big hurrah from all the adults, and everybody goes, yeah, yeah, you're walking. What would it be like if the kid stood up and took a step or two, and we all went, yeah, you're almost doing it, but not really quite yet. And I'm afraid that's a little bit what we do in SoTL. We say to people who have begun the journey, if you like, and are starting to think about it, that they're not really doing scholarship of teaching and learning yet. So I would like to have it be more inclusive. I would like to think that people who had curiosity about trying to improve their teaching and learning were in fact doing scholarship of teaching and learning. And I have often said that I'm lucky, I'm fortunate to be teaching in education, teaching graduate students, where you are already, in many respects, my colleagues certainly will be within a year or two as you finish and move on and do additional stuff. And so from a long-term effect, by talking about the work that I'm doing and putting it into practice and having our metacognitive moments about online teaching or other things, I am disseminating the results of what I've learned, both through my reading of the literature as well as my own study of different things in classes. So I just thought I'd put that in front of you, and I'm going to make another short video about some of the other issues.